I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
breasts, 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 breasts,
Cucumbers.
breasts,
Cucumbers.
breasts.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus, your anus.
Your anus.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders, your anus.
Philip Burnell is a man. Philip Burnell is a man. Philip Burnell is a man. Look at my birds. Look at my birds.
Try to relax
Shut
your
the
anus.
fuck up.
Your anus.
Hello, everybody. We start off with shirt off a doodle doo. Deadeye. Thank you. I just was craving to have my nipples out. Yo, you know what's funny is, who was it? Player Essence. I joked around and sent a picture to Jordan Peterson because he was obsessed with the pack. Elliot Page, who is now Elliot Page, before he was Ellen Page. And he made that video where he wasn't even banned from fucking Twitter, okay? They were telling him, we're taking down this tweet. Just acknowledge that it's against our TOS and, hey, you're back on Twitter. He decided to make a 47-minute video about it crying from like 13 different camera angles. So I put up a tweet today where I was like, dude, if you're all sad about Elliot Page's breast removal, you could just stare at mine, and I put a picture of me holding my Steam Deck with my nipples out. So, Player Essence was like, dude, do you comb your chest hair? What's up, Nathan? Dude, I am staying not a mile away from that, Neil. Did I also thank you? But I think I thanked you. I'm staying 1,000 miles away from any of that shit. I have been through way too much drama on this platform that I literally almost quit. Like, I need to... I just want to talk about gaming stuff. I want to bitch about YouTube, which actually... Alright, I guess I'm going right back into the drama. But this isn't about what happened to me today, but it's a small part of it. But this is not why I'm talking about what Critical's video, and also Corey Kenshin's video and the Ackman's video. So we got some shit tonight. It's my 42nd birthday. Can I get a time to relax your anus and shoulders 3 times? Yes, you can.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your shoulders. Your shoulders. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus.
Breasts.
I gave you a bargain. Oh, that was good. Rich, check messages on Twitter. Is it important, or are you like sending me a picture of someone's ass? Hi, Rich. Just showing what's going on YouTube. Okay, so this is the small thing that happened with me today. One thing I'm very unhappy with YouTube. Yeah, you could get a rep behind the scenes, but still the most efficient way, and it shouldn't be this way, YouTube, to get in contact with somebody on YouTube is to do something public and talk to them on Twitter at Team YouTube. It's like, hey, to contact us, air out your dirty laundry for everyone to see. It's not great. It's not great. Anyway. So, I uploaded videos today. Okay? And look, sometimes people are sometimes just not interested in my videos. I accept that. That's what's part of being a YouTuber. Not every one of your videos is going to be a home run. Unless you're Critical, where he could literally just shit on his floor and get 5 million views. But hey, bless him. But I'm like, wait a second. This video has been up for like 5 minutes, and it has 12 views. Like, I got better viewership on RLM Audio. I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. So I'm like, yeah, Jay, because I still have Jay as an editor, contrary to conspiracy theories. And I'm like, dude, you got to delete this video and re-upload. I know I missed a bunch of super chats. I'm going to get to them in a second. Just want to tell them, like, that's not normal. And he's like, dude, you're overthinking it. It's only been up for a few minutes. I'm like, dude, I know this YouTube shit like the back of my ass cheeks, which are hairy and flat. They're hairy and flat. Anyway. Like, I'm not the most successful dude on here, but I make a living and I know how this shit works. It's like, I know it seems crazy, but I'm telling you. And so he was like, all right, that's cool. Because we did 2 videos today. You didn't see the second one because it would happen. That'll be up tomorrow. I'll upload that one. And then he uploads that one. And yeah, I have experience points. Texas Roadhouse? Yeah, I have experience points. And that one also, like, 10 views. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, yeah, man, you're right. Like, you're like, yeah, there's something wrong. And then he went into his YouTube studio for my account. And he's like, yeah, something they just said. There's something new here. I think you're right. So I go and contact Team YouTube, and I'm like, look, this is not normal. Like, even like I've had unlisted videos get higher viewership than this. Like, look, I get that people could not give a shit about my content and think my content sucks, but I know my numbers. You get what I'm saying? So they're like, yeah, give us your channel URL. I had to talk to someone directly over a chat. And they're like, oh, we'll look into this. Yeah, and they came back to me 10 minutes later after I chatted with someone. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, fine. Let me read just to see if I'm going nuts. Let me re-upload this video again. Not only did it do the proper numbers, it actually outperformed my average viewership. So I was right. I was right. Like, I'm like, how do I know more about what's going on with YouTube than, like, people that work at YouTube? Like, it shouldn't be that way. You know? So I was right. You know, and then people were, and there were people trying to be helpful, like, Rich, because you uploaded 3 videos yesterday. I'm like, no. Yeah, sometimes YouTube will throttle your viewership if they think you're spamming, but not like that. No, I'm not. I am not doing a boxing match with a YouTube spokesperson. I just do think talking about this stuff is good so it's heard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I uploaded the video again and it did shit numbers, then I'd be like, all right, no one gives a shit. That's different. But I literally uploaded the video an hour later. Or 2 hours later, excuse me, and it's outperforming average viewership. You know? What the hell is my dog barking at? Anyway, let me answer the super chats before we get into the juiciness. Sorrow, what's good, man? How you doing? It's my happy birthday again, man. Action flashback turtle. I will check the messages in a few minutes. So in Inside Edition, parents are buying bulletproof backpacks for their kids. I think we all know why. Jesus Christ. Look, I can understand for safety, but I feel like this is putting a Band-Aid. Yeah, of course it is. It's putting a Band-Aid on an infected wound, and never mind a wound alone. Hi, Rich. Just showing what's going on with YouTube. Well, that's just a small thing. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Jessica, how are you? Metro Gaming. Steve is... I got to find Steve. He's somewhere. So, Pacific, I wasn't missing your super chat. It's just, you know... Just check messages is tremendous. I will react to the video I sent you in messages. I'm naked. Husband. Fuck me in the ass. Went to the Renaissance Fair and saw hot women dancing. Husband. Oh, yeah, dude. And they wear, like, the cleavage shit. So you see, like, massive tittyage, which I'm a big fan of titties in case I haven't said 6,000 times.
Try to relax your anus.
Connor, that's for you. Andrew Tate is going to box me in 2023. All right, so we are at enough above 500 people. That's also what I wait for too. So yeah, YouTube. There's a lot of people like, yeah, it's an easy job. Okay, it's like any other desk job, if not even easier. I'll be the first to admit it. I have but there's other, like every job, it's not perfect, and there's other stressors. You know? Hey, what's up, guys? This is Critical. He just should, you know, he should get a bowl cut. Like it's like the 90s still. Kind of like, what's his name? L.A. Beast had. You ever see when he shows off his bowl cut from high school? Why do you think so many people think you have gastric bypass surgery? I don't know. Because it was conspiracy theory that was started by people, and they just continue to move on. I don't understand why I wouldn't admit to if I had it. I would just tell you that I had it. Like I still have man tits. Is Jenny Craig calling me for a sponsorship deal? I'm sure I just realized I probably answered a super chat, but I didn't have the surgery. I don't know why. There are like 3 people that are obsessed with it. Yeah, and if I had it, I would just say it. I don't care. I can't express to you how little I would care. I would just say, yes, I had that surgery. So, believe what people want to believe. I don't know if that was a troll chat, super chat or not. And breasts for Connor. But it is what it is.
Yesterday, a very popular YouTuber named Corey Kinshin posted an absolute bombshell of a video accusing YouTube of some awful things and explained the whole situation that led to the claims, and he does not hold back. The gloves were off and the chef's hat was on because he just started cooking their ass.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't like lose my shit over it. It was fun to fuck with people like that guy who sounded like Paul Joseph Watson that when I was on David Jaffe's stream. Like, oh, that was great. Like, yeah, it was so funny. He was getting flustered too. And my thing is about it, like, you're coming to call into a show. Think about this. So you're like, wouldn't you have the evidence there? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you be like, oh, Rich, I have this and this and this. Like, why would you just look it up? Like, no, you instantly lose if you tell someone to look it up. You know, and they say what pisses me off. The only thing that pisses me off is they say a doctor's name that didn't have the surgery, so I've had nothing to do with, and I hope no one's bothering that doctor. You know.
Now, of course, it's not unusual for a YouTuber to make a video criticizing the platform. It happens every day because YouTube is a...
Yeah, he's coming back with evidence in 20 minutes.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Wait, did he say indisputable evidence? Did he really say that? He really did kind of sound like Paul Joseph Watson.
Company that very, very rarely gets anything right, so it's constantly catching more shit than a Walmart toilet, and rightfully so. But even...
Because YouTube doesn't have to, because it is a monopoly. So's Twitch. Not as much of one, but it is.
Even with hourly uploads of everything wrong with YouTube, the problems that Corey Kinshin highlights are some that I haven't ever really even seen discussed before. The video's titled YouTube Racism and Favoritism, and was actually the #1 trending video.
He looks like Ghostface Killer with more luxurious hair.
All day yesterday, and right now it's the #2, which means this is the front page of YouTube. This is the #1 video on YouTube, so I bet they're thrilled about that. Corey Kinshin has over 14 million subscribers, so this is a video that carries a lot of weight.
You guys either...
Huh, we're going to have to watch that next. Guy has 14 million subscribers. He's saying that YouTube doesn't... It took me like 37 years to get to 1 million, bro. But I'll listen. I always will be objective and keep an open ear. I haven't watched this video yet.
Either play favorites.
Yes, they absolutely play favorites. That's indisputable. I know it. I guess that's kind of a lie, me saying it, because it is speculation, so I'm contradicting myself. But oh wow, look how convenient that it's every late night talk show that is on the front page. It's almost like they pay to fucking be there. Gee, what a coincidence. How does that work out?
You are racist.
I'm watching everything. Should I watch his video? Yeah, that's a good point. What am I doing with my life? Why am I not watching his video first? And then we'll watch Criticals. And then we'll watch... There Are Problems had to switch to Argentina server to get on stream. Yeah, there's something up. It's weird because sometimes like YouTubers like me, not just me, other YouTubers too, will catch problems before YouTube does, and they'll like tell us it's fine, which I just proved with my own damn video today that there was something wrong, because the second time I uploaded it, it got above average viewership. The other time it got like 12 views. And they're like, oh no, everything's fine. Then you see like an update from Team YouTube like 24 to 48 hours later saying there's an issue. We told you there's an issue.
I'm going to try my best to articulate this video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just look like I'm coming out of nowhere having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube.
He has an excellent audio setup. Not to be totally, but I'm like, the sound quality is top tier. Well done.
You guys either play favorites,
absolutely,
you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. there have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I ain't gonna, I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's videos.
I wonder if this guy knows about my situation. That I don't think he would have said some of this. YouTube, they apply their TOS when they feel like it. Has this guy ever been in trouble with YouTube before? I don't know. Like,
Video.
yeah. Let me
No
finish
one
watching
else's
it
was
first.
age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal
He has gotten in trouble on here before.
rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said no.
I mean, listen, I'm definitely going to hear the guy out. I know I keep pausing it. I'm sorry. Because I know YouTube can... They can be colorful to work for.
No, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I send him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on.
He hasn't. He's family friendly. Oh, okay. I wonder if the other people were skirting the system and tagging the video differently and he was just tagging it honestly. Sometimes actually doing the proper thing can fuck you in the ass on YouTube. It's a strange system. Good day, Rich. Did you even know Jackset was talking about YouTube issues? I watched it. No. And I'm actually, see, I'm subbed to him. Or am I still subbed to him? That's another fun thing with YouTube, too.
Going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression. And I'm just going to leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back.
Yeah. Pretty much, John Ball. Pretty much. You know, I'm watching, like, skepticism here. I'm not even skeptical of the guy. I'm sure he's been fucked with on YouTube, but YouTube has done similar things to me. I'm not black. We'll watch The Business Casual tonight, too. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is very strange with how they enforce policies, man. I don't get it. Have you seen Business Casual? Apparently YouTube is colluding with Russian government to take down videos against... Oh my god, there's so many conspiracies. I saw some of that.
Back. And they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal.
That's happened to me too. There are times I've been rejected. Yeah. it's YouTube being YouTube, man. I've been through. You guys know firsthand. I almost quit because of not. Yeah, well, yeah, similar shit. Absolutely, I almost quit. So I'll keep watching. Yes, we're gonna watch the full thing. I already said that. But this alone doesn't. So let's see what else he has to say. I'm gonna let him finish. He's gonna watch the whole thing. I react. I do this with all of my videos.
Send them the clip of
My streams. I can relate to this as an imaginary black. The recording's better black death.
Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off.
I'm going to place a bet that I haven't watched this yet. They put the age restriction back on. Don't tell me. I'm just interested.
I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play. There was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place?
Or a troll complaining. Couldn't that be it too?
Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three,
those human reviewers. It's I would say like 70% of the time you have to go over them.
Why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10-15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, hey, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video.
Knew it.
They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay. We see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna...
Or... Again, trying to be objective, they realized it should have been age restricted and they made another decision, which is they shouldn't do. Like, come on, man. How many more times are you going to flip-flop on this? Like, unage restrict it and keep it unage restricted and let it go. Jesus. Somebody tell Quantum TV he got away with it. Yeah, no shit, man. Seriously. I have no idea.
Like, talk about this, make a video about it. You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Review Beyonce USA if I were a boyfriend-free girl.
They
Are you talking about Chris Chan?
saw that there was some unfair stuff going on. So then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers? My peers, and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending. This situation was only bad because I've been #1 trending since I got back. Every other YouTuber has uploaded the mortuary assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now, I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video and it can be the same exact video and they restrict the black person's video but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence. These situations always coincide with an uptick of growth. And it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong.
Yeah, and how long has this been happening? I don't know. Like, as a person who is white and who has been unfairly treated by YouTube before, many of you are well aware of it. I think it's just favoritism. In case you couldn't tell, I am very white. And I just been through the fucking ringer on this platform. I'm not trying to play a small fiddle, but you guys know I have been. I brought up, interesting that he's bringing up racism here. I said that for me, maybe YouTube was looking at this, that it was bad optics that these million-plus sub white content creators were targeting a black guy. We were targeting because I didn't give a fuck about his skin color. Had nothing to do with Quantum. But do I still think that there is some validity to it? Again, it's speculation just like he's doing. That they were like, oh my God, the optics on this would look absolutely awful. We got it. We can't. I still think that's on the table. So I think YouTube, what it does, it's still unfair, is they look at every situation and sees what to do in that situation. It's not, no situation is handled evenly, even though it should be. What happened with Angry Joe and CBS now? I know what happened in the past when he was reviewing the Halo show. He got fucked on that. There's Angry Joe. Another, it's just a weird system, man. It's almost like they need a third party to enforce it to make sure it's being enforced fair,
Wrong, I'm wrong.
I mean, could it be racism? Yes. I'm not behind the scenes. I don't know. But there's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Point him out. I want to see him. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem.
Hold on 1 second. Putting the shirt back on. So, I'll shut the fuck up and finish the video. Alex, unfortunately, yo, with what he's been, like, the way people are thinking now, there's a chance. Anyway. Let us continue.
But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever Corey Kenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much. We got to find something. We got to get him for something. He's got to have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like,
yeah, but and this is, dude, this video is going to probably be demonetized anyway. I got demonetized, manually reviewed, and I actually got in contact with YouTube, and they kept to their manual review because the video got limited ads. Here we go. I'm not saying this in a racist way because I said the phrase, like, Sony, this is a chink in their armor. What that means is that a chunk of your armor is out, a chink of your armor, and now you're vulnerable there. Some fucking thing happened in sports or something like that where someone used that phrase and someone who's Asian didn't like it. Done. I had no idea. So that's like, we're at a point like new shit that you don't even know about is offensive to motherfuckers. Like, that's not racist. You're talking about like a piece of armor missing. And they're like, nah. Now because that's considered racist. Okay. All right, fine. Keep the monetization off. That's fine. I'm not re-uploading the video. It's fine. It's not. I'm going to go bang my head against a fucking wall, but it's fine.
I literally... This is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that. They got their favorite creators. You know, log out of YouTube. Log out and go to YouTube. You'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites. Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight. And do you know how condescending and patronizing that is? Oh, yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and...
Or, no, I don't agree with this at all. Or you're giving minorities more of a voice to give them a chance. They very well may be talented, but especially with how flooded YouTube is now, they may never be seen. He's losing me. He's losing me here.
Raise them up so they can get some spotlight.
So you're saying that YouTube thinks they're less talented? Like, so you must hate Black History Month then. You're losing me here. You're losing me here.
Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake...
It's all fake virtue signaling. It's all fake virtue signaling from every corporation. All of it. Not just Black History Month. Pride Month. The whole thing. Not saying the months in terms of the celebratory months. There should be a Black History Month. There should be a Pride Month. I'm not disagreeing with that. But when the corporations do what they do, of course it's all, they just want your money. They just want your money. They just want your money. This is anybody. They just want your money. Full stop. Good save what? What did I need a good save for?
Pandering that you guys do. And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we got to age restricted. And then, oh, no, we got to, he's on to us. Okay, we got to age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake. That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came.
Well, of course, you could say the same thing during Pride Month with, look at Quantum. Look at the things I proved on his social media platforms before he shut him down that he said about the LGBTQ that happened during Pride Month. Also not really a good look. Just saying.
Off as a rant, you know.
Thank
in
you,
the beginning,
Quinn.
I wanted to keep my emotions out of it. I wanted to stay logical, stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube. Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I gonna upload it? You know, I worked hard. I
What are my raw bad takes here? I'm curious.
built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start, like, when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm like getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide.
I totally understand what he's saying. I knew a video like this was going to make this happen. I totally understand what he's saying. Where other creators at his level are uploading stuff and not dealing with the same issues. So it seems very suspect to him. I get it.
With that situation, but that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned, or they, like, you know, they start like not sending my videos out to my subscribers.
YouTube is a monopoly, and they don't have to answer because they are a monopoly is what the problem is. It very well may be racism with this guy. I said that before, too. We'll never know because we don't have to know. They don't have to tell us what their motivation behind it is. They never have to tell me what exactly my motivation, why they made the call with my channel. They don't have to. Where are people going to go? Where are they going to go? I mean, I could go to Twitch because I live stream. But they know that. Muda made a vid on this, was watching it before. Okay.
Subscribers, or you know, a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos. We know why. We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all. They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. They could hide my videos. They could shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this. But as one of the biggest black creators on the platform, I want you to hear it from my mouth that there is some shady business going on behind the scenes at YouTube.
I agree with him on that. 100%. And the thing is
honor and shame.
The thing is that YouTube, like I said, who is the Tony Rodriguez? Thank you. Who do they have to be accountable for? Dude, yeah, I'm on Rumble technically. Yeah, I'm good. So I don't know. I don't need to watch his takes. I don't need to watch anyone else's takes. You could think. My biggest issue is with YouTube is the rules don't have to be applied equally. I even know other people that have said this too. I won't bring anybody up. And that's it. Like, you could complain, but what is it like if they're like, oh, we don't have to do anything. You know, because, and the thing about it is, all these, I'll make myself bigger for now. All these other platforms like Rumble and Odyssey, they can make you all the fucking promises in the world. It really sucks when corporations, organized religions, and politicians pretend to care about minorities of any kind. Yeah, and yeah, like when there's a month, they put up like a flag, or it's all virtue signaling. It's all bullshit. But all these other, this is what I was saying. I remember now. All these companies, like, oh, we're not beholden to this. You're like, we're not beholden to that. I'm like, you're full of shit. You're not beholden to anything. You're not beholden to anything because you're a small upstart. But if you ever get even a tenth of the base that YouTube has in terms of people that are viewers, the corporations, advertisers are going to want the same thing. So they're just offering smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's just, this industry is maturing, and it's getting the ropes around it. The days of the internet being like it was in 2016 will never happen again. It's too mainstream now. The social media platforms are too mainstream. It's spread too much. And once big money's involved, that's it, you know? Can you at least, you know? Jacksepticeye's video about YouTube? Yeah, that's kind of the internet. That's the problem. The internet was better before the normies got a hold of it. It's kind of how it goes with everything. Well, it's not even when they got a hold of it. Here's what happens: is something gets, well, I guess, okay, the normies start watching and or buying a product, and now they have to make it more appealing to a broader audience because they need it to make more money because it's bigger and they need more money to sustain it and keep it profitable. So the bigger something gets, the more homogenized it has to become to sustain a bigger audience, because it needs that bigger audience to make more money because it's more expensive to upkeep the company. You know? Jacksepticeye? All right, I'll watch it. That everything went to shit in 2007? Nah. 2007, things were still... YouTube has some serious issues. Okay.
So I just got back
Oh, whoa. This man has a lot of energy.
from LA, and right before I left, on my way to the airport, the main man, Corey Kenshin, dropped an absolute banger of a video.
YouTube. You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube.
He levied...
Oh, early 2010s weren't great for me for some other reasons, but
some pretty serious accusations against YouTube, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit in this video because I kind of have a lot of thoughts around these types of subjects when it comes to YouTube in general. The stuff that Corey talked about was very specific to his use case about what was going on with his channel, and he accused YouTube of playing favorites and possibly being racist against black creators and other creators of color when they upload their content. I mean, let's face it, I come from a place of immense privilege being a white man on the internet, so I can't speak for the racist side of things, but he brought up some pretty good points that are kind of hard not to think about in that regard, because he brought up a bunch of receipts as well, talking about his instances.
Yeah, that was better back then, YouTube Rewind.
This is with the YouTube rep that he had, and just to kind of break it down for you, he uploaded The Mortuary Assistant, and his video got age restricted because of a certain section got to do with self-harm and dealing with the themes of suicide and everything. If you've watched my series on The Mortuary Assistant, you know what scene that is. And he got frustrated by it because it got age restricted, and then he started searching around other YouTubers to see if theirs was age restricted, and it wasn't.
No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected.
But I should clarify this, that I talked to Corey a little bit about this. I was texting him after his video went out to talk about it, because I really liked his video, and I'm really glad that he did it and brought up a lot of these points. But he said that he checked my video as one of the first ones he went to see if it got age restricted, and at the time it wasn't. But my video has been age restricted since the 15th of August. Corey's scenario that happened was that his video got age restricted.
Was that before this whole shit?
He looked around. Some other YouTubers didn't have age restrictions on their content either, and he went to some other channels like Markiplier's to see if theirs got restricted as well, because like a big creator who
That was before.
seen very favorably in YouTube's eyes, and had like a very popular video about Mortuary Assistant as well, wasn't age restricted. So he felt a bit targeted as a result of that, which, fair enough, this happens all the time, and I'll get to that in a minute as well. But he went back to his YouTube rep and was like, hey, why is mine age restricted when Mark's isn't, and it has the exact same scene in it? And then suddenly his got greenlit. It was fine. They took the age restriction off and everything went about their business. And then he started to get pretty mad about it, which I completely understand, because why is that the scenario? Why is that the order of operations?
Now my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence.
And then sent a pretty scathing email to his YouTube rep, which, fair play to you. I'm very proud of you, Corey, for doing that, because it takes a lot to stand up to these types of things that are happening whenever they do happen, because it's a big system, and a lot of times we're left to feel very dumb in regards to what's going on at YouTube, like we just don't understand the system. And then this happens and you're like, why? What the hell is going on? Why did it suddenly get greenlit when it only was because I mentioned it? And then they turned around and age restricted him again, and age restricted Mark's video.
And what do you know? They re-age restricted the video.
Yes, DBZ.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
Mark got, I don't know who he's saying, plays, got whole channel demographic reaction vids that are nowhere near what others are doing. Dude, that's the thing. This system is so fucked. I mean, could it very well be? I don't know what is going on in the brains of the people who make these choices. Could it very well have been racism? Of course. But I've also dealt with some crazy ass shit on here, and I'm as white as snow with a beard. I'm just telling you like it is. If you think I'm racist because I just don't fully agree with them, especially because I've been through stuff, I don't know what to tell you. It ain't racism though. It's just, you know, unless YouTube's racist against white people.
Yo. They age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down.
And I don't know if that's when mine got age restricted as well. I think Corey actually uploaded his after mine, so maybe not. But at the same
So that means yours got age restricted before.
time, it highlights.
That's kind of important. If it did or not, that is another little piece of, not a little piece, it's a bigger piece of evidence.
It's a huge problem on the platform, and I want to talk a little bit about that, not just Corey's case, but my sort of experiences with it as well, because the amount of times, and I have very good evidence of this as well, because I have a girlfriend who does the exact same job as me in the other room, and a lot of times we upload the same games, and this has happened a couple of times now where we'll both upload the same game, her video will get flagged or claimed or something like that, and mine will be totally fine. And then she's wondering why mine is clear, and I'm also like, yeah, that's so weird. Why is mine suddenly fine? Like, did they just not flag me because I'm a bigger creator? And then sometimes a couple of days will go by and then I'll get flagged for it. But it's like, why did hers get flagged instantly and mine didn't? Because she got flagged for the mortuary assistant as well, got age restricted for the same scene, and it took days before mine did. When you think, if it's supposed to be that obvious that it's in the system and these type.
It's almost like YouTube's like, let's make a little ad revenue off of this, and just like, oh wow, no, yeah, it has to be age restricted. Maybe that's, dude, that's what I'm saying, man. You see what I'm saying? The problems he's having too? Like, it's just a broken system that they don't apply the rules evenly. And there needs to be like some kind of overseer. I don't know who the fuck it is. Maybe it's this bird. Your ass will be the overseer of YouTube. Your ass is the overseer of YouTube. Your ass is the check and balance of the system. Your ass. It's a big bird. Friend of mine made a vid on Rumble Roses. It wouldn't upload due to this thumbnail. Meanwhile, he showed me the dark side of YouTube. Dude, they don't apply their shit evenly. I just kissed a bird's imaginary hole. The United Horse Foundation would like to remind all viewers to mount their stallions properly. Thank you.
Types of scenes are happening and they get auto-flagged by this system. Shouldn't it be consistent across everybody's? I don't want special treatment because I'm a bigger YouTuber. I don't want special treatment because I've been on the platform for a while, or maybe my content has been a bit more palatable to a lot of people and I don't like rock the boat. I mean, I swear a lot of my content, and that's been something in the past where I'm like, is my stuff getting restricted because of that? But for the most part, my content is totally fine. And I think because of that, then they come to me and they're like, no, we're not going to flag you because you're fine. You normally are green in the system, which is a massive problem as well, because I have the benefit of, there's been a couple of times when this has happened to me and Evelyn, where we go to our YouTube rep and say, why is this age restricted? Why did this get flagged? Why am I ad limited on my videos? And then they'll come back and be like, let me look into it. They go to the policy team, come back saying, sorry, it was a false flag. And then everything gets greenlit again.
Yeah, Quantum TV is going to be the overseer of YouTube. That wouldn't be disastrous. Could you imagine? I'd have to go start sucking dick or work at UPS.
And now, this has nothing got to do with my YouTube rep. I have nothing against him. I actually really, really love my YouTube rep. He's amazing. He always has my back and really fights for me whenever I ask him to. He's as transparent as he can be with the information that he has all the time. So this is nothing against him. He's just my point of contact to get to YouTube's policy team. And I don't think even he has all the answers most of the time. So I don't want any. If anybody at YouTube is watching this, please don't say anything to them in regards to this, because they are phenomenal, and I'm really glad that I have them.
What kind of game is it? Is it like?
But at the same time, I keep thinking about what it's like if you don't have a YouTube rep to talk to this stuff about. Like, there's a lot of smaller creators out there that get stuff flagged for the same reasons, and then they don't have anybody to talk to, and it just stays flagged for a long time. And what happens because of that is when your stuff gets like a yellow symbol on it, you get demonetized, or you get ad limited suitability, or you get claimed, or anything like that. It just kills your search rankings, because YouTube don't want to promote something that
isn't making them money. That's what I always say. It's not the yellow dollar sign isn't just about money. It's about, like, your stuff just goes off into the abyss because it's not worth YouTube financial time to promote it. It's that simple.
Can go out to people that's claimed or has some sort of sensitive material or something in it. So you just don't end up in people's recommendations. You don't end up in suggested videos. You don't get pushed to as many people as you would if you were greenlit in the system. So there's a lot of creators out there who are probably getting hit with stuff that shouldn't be. And one of my instances was that I can't remember the video off the top of my head right now, but I got it flagged. Then I went to my YouTube rep about it, and they put it into the system and were like, yeah, that's weird. Why did that happen? And then it came back and it was greenlit, and they were like, we don't know what happened, but what might have been the cause is that something in the auto captions had like underscores in it.
Yep. If the auto captions thinks there's a swear, YouTube will use that to flag the video. Like, the algorithm will pick it's like, what? You could be like, I wrote checks, and the auto caption system could be like, butt sex, and then you're limited ads. In times like these, I don't see how any of us could blow bubbles ever again.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
And whenever YouTube want to censor swear words, it puts underscores into the auto-generated captions. So it might have thought that I was swearing where I wasn't swearing, and auto
Yes, that's literally happened to me.
Flagged the video, which is a massive issue whenever you upload a video and most of your views come within the 24-hour period that it's uploaded. And then maybe it hits the algorithm later and takes off. But a lot of my views come in that first 24-hour period.
Me too. I mean, he gets more views in 3 seconds than I do in 24 hours. But yes, he's right. After that, unless you're doing some really kind of like the gaming historian evergreen kind of shit, that's usually how it works. So if the first 24 hours you're demonetized, that stings.
Or 48 hours. And if something like that happens immediately, it crushes the video. It can't really take off again as much as it probably once could. And there's just a whole mess of issues around it in regards to that. So that inconsistency with uploading and that kind of check system that's going on is really bothersome. And sometimes I'll upload a video. Today, I'm trying to get an eye tracker video done that had like some nudity in it, but we were trying really hard to like censor it as best we could so that it was like you can't actually see anything in the video. And it kept getting restricted immediately every time I uploaded it, no matter how many censors we were putting onto it. And I was like, fine, there's a lot of implied stuff in it. I get it. It's a very like risque kind of video. And
but it's so ridiculous. So
I knew that before even recording the video, but we kept uploading and I was like, you know what, at one point I'll just try an appeal on it to see what they say. Maybe they'll tell me exactly what actually is getting flagged, because I have no idea. I don't know if it's some of the implied nudity, some of the stuff we're covering up with pictures, some of the stuff that's pixelated.
Like, that even needs to have limited ads though. Like, are we getting to the point where the shit's everything has to be G-rated? Yes, we are. Yes, we absolutely are. Why am I even asking?
There's some male, like, top body nudity in it, which...
Male top... No, stop.
That double standard has existed for a while, where that's totally fine, showing male nipples, but anything...
Male nipples.
Breasts.
I have to hear Markiplier say male nipples again.
Which that double standard has existed for a while, where that's totally fine showing male nipples, but
The man he said male nipples. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again. I don't know why. I'm just really, it's working for me.
which that double standard has existed for a while, where that's totally fine showing male nipples.
This is going, this rant from him is kind of going, why are we talking about male nipples? Like, where are we going here? Next thing I know, Markiplier's going to stand up and start fucking a fleshlight and be like, is this appetizer friendly, lad? I'm fucking lost. Like, why are we, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, implied nudity, YouTube's ridiculous. But again, CNN could literally, while people are being slaughtered in a bomb raid in Ukraine with the sirens going off, just stop it right in the middle of all that to show an Applebee's ad. That's perfectly fucking okay. I don't get, like, why are we that sensitive with stuff? Like, if Applebee's wants to advertise over war, I can't put a fucking cucumber near my mouth? Like, how does that make sense? How does that make any fucking sense? It doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. Did I call him Markiplier? Did I just call him Markiplier? Whatever. Yeah, just picture him fucking a fleshlight. And I know YouTube had that video. Well, wretched because they're not. We were talking to me, but I'm saying this is because advertisers, or because the ads are automated. They don't get to review your content first. But like, you vetted the people that most of the time until you lost your minds for a while. YouTube in 2013 and said anyone with a pulse could put ads on their videos, which was the worst decision ever. But you should be able to, if you've been like me, for example, I've been a partner for over a decade now, doing this full time for about a little less than a decade, but I've been a partner since 2011. Like, don't you trust my judgment? No, they don't trust my judgment. I know it's rhetorical and I'm saying something that I'm speaking to, I might as well fart in the fucking wind. But it shouldn't be that just even discussing EDP 445, not talking about his giant dick, which unfortunately I've seen. Thank you, Google Fish. Like, it's this. No, the system makes no sense. Everyone lost their minds in 2017. And the advertisers got way too nervous. It's ridiculous. It's out of control. Anyway, back to Jacksepticeye's nipples.
But anything else then is deemed way too sensitive.
Orc porn game? No, I did not. Hollow Millennium. Yes. I would love to see Jordan Peterson talk about male
breasts
for 47 minutes. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we're going to watch that tonight. We'll watch that after Captain Male Nipples here. I'm not going to let that go because that was a fun. Just hearing Jacksepticeye say male nipples is the funniest thing ever.
Which is a whole other topic for a different discussion. But I was like, okay, maybe it's that. But then all of a sudden, the appeal came back and the video was greenlit. And I don't know why. I don't know why suddenly it's fine because somebody looked at it and was like, actually, yeah, this video is fine. Why is it getting flagged? So it's this...
Because they put the things in the system. When a game comes out, it's like, oh, this game may show titties. So if someone puts it in the title, let's have it automatically be limited ads. That's why. That's why. So they make the algorithm more sensitive around whatever game or whatever topic. So you're guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove your innocence. And hopefully the person that you're proving your innocence to has common sense. That's the system. It sucks.
Imbalance between the system flagging.
I know it's like, look, and I get it too. Everyone's like, Rich, cry me a river. You're fucking relatively successful on YouTube. Give me a break. I get it, but like, you know, you would any job, you could be doing well there and love the job, but then nothing's perfect. It's not that I don't love what I do, not that I don't love YouTube. But you have to call out shit when it happens. You can't just be like, yes, please. And it's not like, and people go, Rich, if I complained at my job like this, I would get, I'm like, but your job is different. You could go into a room and close the door and talk to HR, talk to your boss. That doesn't work like that here. It's a different system. You know? Yeah, dude, it is a bitch, dude. He streams, you know. Rob, thank you for becoming a member. I know I called him Markiplier. I don't know why. I know it's Jacksepticeye. I'm a little stoned. Yes. Oh, I got rid of the Mario Paint music. I put this there instead. Sorry.
Grasses. 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 Grasses.
Try to relax your anus.
Grasses. Grasses.
Cucumbers. 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 Cucumbers.
Your shoulders.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Shut the fuck up and take my farts times 4. You get the 4-layer supreme.
Stuff versus like a manual reviewer flagging.
Mofo.
And a lot of times I don't know which is doing it. I don't know which is which. I don't know who's actually checking this stuff or what's checking this stuff, why it's getting flagged. And that
Yeah, and the algorithm duty streams is weird like that too. It kind of ties into what Jacksepticeye's talking about. Sorry to cut the video again. Is that once you're like, they could trust you, but it's still like, it's not full trust. Why can't I talk? I'm not talking about ED, like I said before. I'm not talking about his cock. I'm just talking about EDP445 trying to get back on the platform. Not mentioning anything. Like, my 5-year-old could watch that video and I would be perfectly fine because I don't even swear in it. I'm just talking about a person trying to get back on a platform. You know what I mean? I don't mention his actions, what he did. Maybe I said Cupcake. Maybe Cupcake was a step too far for YouTube. The problem is the tech bros at YouTube. We're never YouTubers, creatives, have no idea what all of you... You know what it is, I think, Brian? I'm going to partially disagree with you on that. Is this is uncharted territory. That's where I'll defend YouTube. Like, there's never been YouTube before YouTube. This is a new fucking thing. Where some weird motherfucker like me could talk over gameplay and 300 years later get 1 million subscribers. So, no one knows how to handle it. But I feel like it's always been this way. The corporations and the advertisers have a stranglehold on media, is what it really boils down to if you think about it. My new job is awesome and no longer depressed. That's good, man. That's huge. Now, I always say this, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. It's just because it's happened to me too. Let's see when the euphoria of the new employment wears off. And you may still love it. There's jobs that did that with me. Or you may be like, eh. Anyway, let's continue this video. There is a bigger issue of being brand safe that affects all, but for black people, there could be no cultural traces, just skin to fit in there. You have to explain that more. I'm not exactly sure what you mean, man. I don't know if I'm missing it and it's obvious. I apologize.
I think is the biggest issue with all of this is that lack of communication and transparency and willingness to know what we're getting flagged for. And that's been an issue for a really long time on the platform. Because not only can that happen, but the reverse can happen as well, where I get...
Yeah, I've had jobs go to shit because of new leadership too. Yeah, that stings and sucks. When it, like, your whole work environment changes because someone really terrible comes in. Rich, you got fat chickens. Thank you, Noble. Thanks, it's repetitive content, but if a person, like, there's many people, like I've talked about Thoroughly Tickled many times because he does something new. When Jimmy Kimmel and Steve Colbert, or whatever the hell his name is, when they talk about Donald Trump for the 600,000th fucking time, is it repetitive content? I don't know, man. I'm just yelling. I might as well yell at a fucking brick, right?
Get something flagged, then it gets greenlit by somebody at YouTube, supposedly, and then suddenly I upload the video, and then 5 days later I'm like, okay, it's clear, great. Now I'm happy because I know that video is fine because someone manually reviewed it. And then a couple of days go by, and then it gets flagged again, and I can't appeal it. That's a really big problem for anybody doing this kind of job. And again, I come from a place of huge privilege where I have the ability to actually talk to them about it.
Yeah. There's people I know, too, that stay at jobs like, yeah, it's shit, but it's easy. I get paid well, and I get to leave at 5 o'clock and not think about it. Hey, if that suits you, man, God bless. There's nothing wrong with that. Make that money.
Can you imagine if you don't have that ability? What are you going to do about your content? You're just sitting there with it in limbo, wondering if the next thing you upload is actually going to get flagged as well, and you're second-guessing everything. And that's sort of like second-guessing.
Gee, cockfuck, thank you for the weeder. These all... It's the same complaints. This is why I almost said fuck it. I actually did say fuck it. If it wasn't for an outside thing that I can't discuss, I probably would have still said fuck it and started streaming double the time each day. Because you just don't know. Like, you upload a video and then, oh, now it's limited ads. Or, like, again, the whole quantum TV thing is still, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that.
Of stuff has really killed my sort of creativity when it comes to content, or like it just pulls me out of it whenever I'm recording something and I'm thinking, man, is this going to get flagged? Do I have to edit this out? And all of these filters going through my brain just kind of like pulls me out of the moment.
That's why if I ever do a documentary or something like that, I will hold off. I don't care if it takes a fucking year until I find a sponsor for it. Because there's no way. Do you know the amount of work? Like, even that Turbo Express video, you could think it's as mediocre as it is. Do you know how much work that was? That was like an entire month of work. It didn't get demonetized, but for a video like that, again, I'm surprised it didn't, especially with the nipples. Like, remember we had an intro guy had like those nipples that looked like giant gummy bears. How am I a case study? I'm curious. But I would never do a video like that again without a sponsor. No way. There's just too much risk. Like, that's, you could do so you're telling me I could sit there and literally do a month's worth of work and then make like $5 on it? That's not sustainable. You know? This day and age, it's like you leave one shit job for another. That's why I've kind of stayed where I'm at despite hating management. Hey, and dude, if it's paying your bills and your life in general feels okay, you're good. You know, I mean, trust me, dude, I've stayed at jobs because I'm like, you know what? Until, like, for a while, this'll do. It's paying rent, you know? I really love this job. It's amazing, no joke. I was unemployed for 4 months with no help. Let's go. Well, hey, man, I'm glad you have a very positive outlook about it. Yeah, Abi is harmless. His 99.9% of spamming is not okay, but Abi doesn't spam anything like racist or nasty. He's just Abi. He's like, he reminds me of the guy from The Big Lebowski. I forgot his fucking name. Not the dude. Not Walter. Donnie. He reminds me of Donnie. He reminds me of Donnie from The Big Lebowski.
Moment and pulls me out of...
Like, thank you, Donnie. I love your supple gub. But yeah, I did. Hey, YouTube could have been like, man, those nipples are kind of risque. We're putting a yellow dollar sign on this. Who the fuck knows? Maybe it does have a yellow dollar sign. I mean... You got intro guy sitting there looking at the Turbo Express and like fixing his nipple. His big protruding puffy nipple while he's wearing a mullet. Like that shit's like borderline softcore porn. Extending the antenna. Remember that? Oh yeah, I'm stoned. I'm laughing at my own shit. So thank you, Norby9K. The infighting is YouTube's business model, gets them views and makes them... Oh, that could very well be the case. Dude, it could be racism. It could be favoritism. It could be that this is good business for YouTube. It could be so many things. We don't know is what the thing is. We don't know. I mean, what Jack is saying is what I was essentially saying before. Is that we're both fairly white dudes and we deal with the same shit. I am not unmodding you and remodding you. I will give you this fucking bird before I do that. Do you understand me, Foil Grim Timmy? That's also a decent conspiracy too. How do you know what Jack... Bro, we watched 11 minutes of the video. Jack has said quite a bit, including talking about his nipples. We'll get through it. We will get through the video. I do this with 99.9% of my reaction streams. I talk more than the video. If anyone dares says that my reaction streams are not fair use, they can kiss my ass. Trust me, Vice tried and failed trying to do that to me. Will DSP play games? Not if he can't blow bubbles.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
Out of my own content where I just want to sit here and have fun and record stuff. And I know these systems are in place for good reasons, like to keep children safe, to keep pornographic content off the platform. Like, for the reasons that they're...
No, it's not. It's because this is where I'm like, I won't be as nice. It's because they want to make sure they can slather as many ads as they can on it, which I get, YouTube. This platform's expensive. I get it, but that's the reason. It's not to... I mean, obviously they need to protect kids too, because if parents are angry because their kids are being served disgusting shit via the algorithm on YouTube, that'll hurt them too. As a parent, I also am thankful that they watch over that shit. But that's what the main incentive is, though.
Implemented, they're very good reasons for them being there, and I completely understand that and don't want them to go away. I just wish it was...
Miyamofo, make love to me, Abe. God damn it, Foil Grim Timmy. Your super chat made me forget it. Just see, oh yes, Miyamoto. Just he says this crazy shit, and then you see Shigeru Miyamoto's face. So I'm always envisioning, doesn't matter if I'm stoned or sober, Shigeru Miyamoto saying this crazy ass shit, and it's legendary.
is more consistent and a bit more transparent as to what's going on. Because right now it feels like you get flagged for some sort of stuff and they won't tell you what it is because either they don't know or they don't want to tell you because then it'll like poke holes in the system. And I guess this is a good jumping off point to the next point, which is that there's a big issue with users flagging videos these days as well. And I'm speaking all of this anecdotally because I don't have any like crazy proof of this. It's just kind of what I go through and what I see others go through and the stories that I hear from them, is that users can flag videos. And if you get mass reported for something, I think then YouTube pays attention to it and does something about it. And a recent example of this was that the Corridor Digital people got their channel hacked. And they got mass reported by people watching the video to be like, hey, your channel's hacked, or we want this taken down, or something like that. And then their whole channel was removed from YouTube. So it made me think, what happens if you're not hacked and people report you en masse like that as well? Do YouTube actually check it and then be like, no, that's fine, we'll keep it? Or is it automated where the system will just take your channel down anyway if you just get mass flagged for something? Because what if somebody uploads something and other people don't like it and then it gets mass reported? Like, I don't know the systems in place for users flagging videos like that. Or if somebody finds something unsavory or they didn't find it funny or something like that, can't they just abuse the system then to get something they don't like addressed? And again, I could be talking out of my ass on this one, and it could not actually be like that. And there could be way more systems in place to protect people from that. But again, I don't know. And the fact that I don't know in these scenarios, and I'm guessing, is a massive problem. We should know, especially as people on this platform that are like all these massive creators.
But I know what YouTube will say to this, though, because if we let creators know this stuff, then it pokes holes in the system, and then nefarious people could game the algorithm, excuse me. But I'll sign an NDA, man. So YouTube, if we ever talk about it, you could sue the shit out of me. I don't care. I'll sign it. But okay, so we're under some kind of contractual obligation. We can't talk about it. I won't talk about it. But let me know, so I'm not losing my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying?
That are bringing in so much revenue for YouTube, and the fact that we don't know exactly how you address these types of things, I think is a really big problem. Because this happened a while ago as well, between Charlie and Mark as well. And again, people keep saying this. Poor Mark keeps getting dragged into all of this stuff, but it's a very good use case scenario because in YouTube's eyes, it seems like Mark can do no wrong these days. And I don't know why, but it seems like I've gotten stuff flagged before where Mark hasn't. And I think, because me and Mark are of similar size and like make similar content, that to me was really bizarre. The only difference is that Mark has made like YouTube original shows with them, and I'm wondering if he was put into a different system so those shows wouldn't get flagged for some of the stuff that was in them. So now other stuff kind of gets a bit more leeway on it. Again, I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass, and I don't want to put instances in place that aren't actually happening. But it's kind of hard not to think about.
The fucking problem is that it's all speculation. Everything that everyone has said, whether me, I forgot the other dude before, I just heard of him literally just now. Shit, what was his name? God damn it. It all could be, because all the speculation, Corey, I'm sorry. It all could be valid. We don't know. We don't know. But so I get, like, YouTube, I get it. Like, you don't want to talk about it because then you'll have people who are doing shit to, you know, so the algorithm picks it up and they game the system. But the opaqueness is ridiculous too, though, you know? Corey Kenshin, thank you. James Bond author called Idris Elba to play James Bond, a.k.a. Urban, a.k.a. Too Black, and not Brent safe, but this is how they think, sadly. Send me something on that.
About these things from this perspective. And I would love to be able to talk to someone.
I'm fine with a black James Bond. What's the big deal about a black James Bond? I'm 100% on board with that. Like, there's been a billion different James Bonds that look different. but having a black one would be a step too far. That's how you know if someone's racist. If they think that a James Bond cannot be black, congratulations, they're racist. I'm saying, though, in the future, if a James Bond is black, why would that be a big deal? Who cares? Anyway.
At YouTube about this more in depth and see exactly, like, get some actual honesty out of it instead of being talked to in riddles. But this happened with Mark and Charlie before, where Charlie uploaded a video with the same clip that Mark reacted to years ago, and Charlie's video got a strike. It wasn't just like a claim. I think he legitimately got a strike on his channel, which is like the 3 strikes and you're out rule. And Mark didn't. So Mark made a video about it being like, where's my strike? And instead of addressing the problem and being like, oh yeah, we're inconsistent and that sucks and we're sorry, they just give Mark a strike.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, that's not the solution. That's not what we were talking about. And that's not the solution here either. We're not saying everybody should be flagged now because we're talking about it. It should be, maybe everyone should be flagged for the same things all the time, so it's consistent across everybody's channels and no one is being prioritized. No one's getting favoritism, or is the system just missing things, which is also a big problem. Like, what is...
But I think Linus Tech Tips has talked about this before, that YouTube also has, like, yeah, there's different grades of YouTube channels. Yes, Flashback Turtle, absolutely, I will take one. Where they're, okay, you get the juicier advertising, so your CPM is up there. So, oh yeah, there's different tiers, of course.
Is actually going
South Park still has advertised. There's a good point. Absolutely.
on? We don't know. And that's really disheartening to upload content. Like, there's sometimes when I'm like, I don't know if I should upload that because I don't know if it'll actually, like, go into the system. I don't know if it'll do well. I don't know if YouTube will actually serve this up to people. I don't know if it'll get flagged. I don't, like, all these things going through my head. And then it's just like, well, I just don't want to upload it now because it just killed the fun in uploading my own content. And that's why I make content, is just for the fun of it, just to, like, get out of my own head, a piece of escapism, to have fun with everybody at home. But the fact that, like, this year I've had to second guess absolutely everything I'm doing, down to, like, titles and thumbnails, because that's the new meta with everything. It's like you have to think of a title first and then think of a really slapping thumbnail that, like, clickbaits people into your video, instead of just having it be like, hey, I'm uploading an hour of this video that's a game and it's fun, and I just want to do it casually and, like, sit back, relax, and actually have my stuff served to the same people that it was always served to before. And now suddenly it's just vastly different. I don't get it. And it's hard to talk about this stuff as well, because I'm not trying to come at this from a perspective of, like, oh, woe is me, my videos should be doing better. That's not the case. If I upload something that people just aren't interested in, that's totally fine. I absolutely get it. Like, I uploaded that Watcher video recently about the camera system for, like, a bigger universe that I'm building for Iris and, like, the egos and everything. And I get that that's jarring and it comes out of nowhere and it's not really anything that people can latch onto yet, because the whole world hasn't been built yet. So I get if something like that does a little differently, because people just don't know what to expect with it and just aren't that interested in it. But when I'm uploading, like, similar videos to some of my peers,
not to sound racist, but essentially it's the same character all this time. Would it be goofy if they have him go, dude, they could work it in, and I would be perfectly fine with a black James Bond.
And then it gets, like, punished for that because of something I did
It's fiction. You can make it happen.
slightly differently than them. That's a really big issue to me, because everyone should be treated fairly on the platform if we're all going to rise again.
No, it can't be Kevin Hart, though. Come on. He's like 2 feet tall. No, I didn't see Actman's video. Not sure we're going to do that. We would do that tonight, but...
Because this is coming from a perspective of, like, being a white dude on YouTube. And this comes back to Corey's video again, where he said he'll come back from a massive break, have huge videos, do massive numbers, and it's always super impressive to see. And then suddenly YouTube will come out of nowhere and start flagging videos from like 8 months ago when he wasn't uploading.
And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending.
So why? Why are they getting flagged now when he's back?
Yeah, I don't know enough about the Bond lore, but Nathan S., you could do it. It could happen. It wouldn't be that tough.
And not when he's uploaded them, or not when he's on his break. It's suddenly like, now I'm gaining traction and attention again, and then YouTube punish him for it. Is it users flagging videos who maybe don't like him? Is it racists? Is it people at YouTube doing it? Nobody knows. So all he can do is like jump to his own conclusions based on the experience that he's been having, and that ends up in the video that he has. And that's why I'm making this video. And I saw that Ludwig made one as well, and Charlie made one, and Mark's probably going to make a video on this too, talking about...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too, is like, it could be just a bunch of fucking racist people just mass flagging his videos. Absolutely. Of course.
Those experiences as well. And I just hate how inconsistent everything is these days. As people who upload to this platform, that I've been doing it, I'll be doing it 10 years in December. I know what consistency looks like. I know what it's like to upload that often over long periods of time, and to suddenly have things shift.
Gee, I'm shocked. Yeah, like, dude, perfect example. Let me look at my video. Like, the first time I uploaded this video, it was doing, like, unlisted numbers of 10 views. Now it's actually doing above average. And YouTube says and it happened with multiple videos with me this week where I had to re-upload them so they were properly served in the algorithm. But YouTube says there's nothing wrong. What can I do? Okay.
And be so chaotic and so inconsistent is really jarring from my perspective. And I don't really know what to do about it, other than the fact that I just kind of don't want to upload videos right now. I mean, I have a couple of brand deals.
Interesting. Sounds familiar.
That I'm committed to, that I told people I would do, and like contracts and everything that I will do. But at the same time, after that,
perfect example is Samuel Jackson's. I've never seen that movie or role.
I'm like, I don't even know if I want to upload, because the ecosystem that's on YouTube right now is so bland and boring to upload to. Like, as an example as well, some of my videos were like really underperforming when I took like a week off. And
Cosmic Productions, I think I know what you're talking about. It is really messed up that even Activision Blizzard will address their controversies, even if they have an awful response, but Twitch and YouTube just sweep it under the rug and look the other way. Because unfortunately, they don't really have to have accountability because they have no competitors. That's why monopolies are bad.
I was like, well, I don't know why these are underperforming, because again, I know what my consistency looks like. I know what my average is. And then I upload these videos after taking time off, and it's like, are you punishing me for taking time away from my channel? Surely not. And if you're not, then why are these underperforming compared to like the average of what I'm normally doing, when they're the types of games that people are interested in? It's not just something out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, well, I could tell you. I mean, I don't get a billionth of the viewership he does, but like me, I'm starting to make a comeback now with consistency with my viewership. But yeah, if you take a break from YouTube, your numbers get fucked. Absolutely fucked. No question. Unless you're JonTron. He's like the only exception. If you're JonTron, you could get away with it.
Where that people wouldn't want to watch. And then it's like, were my title and thumbnail not good enough for what the current meta is, which is that like click-through rate?
There's a few exceptions. Peanut Butter Gamer, PewDiePie.
Like getting people into the video immediately. And I feel like that ecosystem right now is all about like, what is the massive idea? Like, how much money am I giving away in a video? Like, I did this in this video and you'll never believe what happened. It's that kind of like clickbaiting into.
That's understandable, Kyle. They could go into other lore. Very good point.
To videos instead of just being like, hey, I just want to upload a video game. Here's part 1, and not have to worry about like, how do I clickbait people into it? And that, I mean, I get it because that's just my style of YouTube. That's just the way I like.
I mean, if I'm going to try to be the devil's advocate here, it could also be that the platform is way more competitive now. It gets more competitive every day. There's a billion people doing what Jacksepticeye, I almost called him Markiplier again, does. There's a billion people that do what Markiplier do. Yeah, they're at the top of the food chain. But, yeah, it's just, you know, the pie is getting sliced even thinner, even when you're S tier like him. Rich, what are you saying? Are you drinking, Foil Grim? Are you drinking? I'm not unmodding you. Yeah, it's saturated. It's very saturated. So to stand out to people, like, why does there are 8 billion people reviewing Saints Row. I'm going to be one of them. I think I'm either recording the video tomorrow. Yeah, we're recording tomorrow. We're uploading Monday, I think. What makes my review from the literally 10,000 others stand out? And then if you're semi-established like me or super established like him, what the fuck chance do you have? And I'm not trying to pull the ladder up. I'm just telling you reality. Even if you do an excellent review of Saints Row, what is the chance of you as a new person with no subscribers to get anyone to watch that? When it's so oversaturated with literally tens of thousands of other reviews of the same exact game. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not pulling the ladder up, man. I'm not the one. I'm not relevant enough to be the one to want to pull it up from anyway.
I like doing it. I come from a place of just more casualness and like the genuine side of YouTube instead of trying to like do huge numbers. That's never been.
Demographic is, yeah, man, and it's like sliced to the slices are so thin that you could see through it. So to get that viewership is tougher. So it's not. I mean, I'm sure there's things that I don't agree with happening over at YouTube behind the scenes, but I also think that's a very big part of it.
And like my thing. So I get that at some point that kind of stuff is going to take over. And it's always kind of been on the platform anyway. But for me, it's just kind of like, it's kind of killing the fun of the platform. It's not why I do YouTube. So I'm like, why am I funneling into this system that's just not that fun to do right now? So I'm glad Corey made that video. I'm glad that it's the same as me talking about the spam comments a while ago. That is still kind of a problem. They brought in new filters and I got to like beta test it and it did okay, but there's still a lot of it out there.
Yeah, there's a ton of it.
You still see channels with like fake Mr. Beast profile pictures and then N-words in their name, or they'll have pornographic pictures as their profile picture and like sex in their name. And it's like, why is that stuff fine, but I have to jump through a million hoops just to upload a video? And that other stuff is way more easy to catch than any of the stuff that I'm doing is. Like all of that stuff just kind of ruins the fun of it. And I don't blame Corey for taking breaks as often as he does, because why wouldn't you if you're not having as much fun? Because Corey comes from the same school of YouTube that I do, which is like you just start off in your room and you play it and you just want to have fun with your audience. And
yeah, get a cucumber is too sexual. It's so true. It's so fucking true.
Entertain and make as many jokes as possible and just get through a game and make it the most entertaining experience you can. And right now it feels like that's not the prime goal of content, because everybody has to have like a crazy idea first and then the content kind of forms around it. And in some ways that's great. In some ways that's increased the productivity on the platform and the production quality on the platform. And like you get more information now in 10 minutes than you ever did. You can't just sit back and upload an
yes, you could own the meme of mod me and unmod me. Congratulations, God bless.
Unedited 10-minute video like you could back in the day, and that's better. I do like that stuff has to be a bit more involved. You have to try a little harder. You have to edit your videos a bit better. You have to keep people's attention a bit more. That stuff's great. I just think the extreme end of that is a bit concerning for where the platform is going. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what other people think in the comments. I'm curious what other YouTubers think. Am I alone in this? Is this just my experience for what I'm doing? But I thought I'd make a video about this kind of stuff anyway to kind of like back up Corey too, because I'll always have his back. He's one of the more genuine people on the platform. So nice, doesn't swear, makes the most fun content he can for his audience, and I really respect and appreciate that. And even though I started like before him, and he talks about how I inspired him a lot of the times, he's really inspiring me these days to like try harder with my content. So shout out to Corey. He's one of the best YouTubers on the platform. So that's why
All right. You don't know what you don't see. My girlfriend is black, 23. I'm white, 38. Had no idea she was constantly being verbally confronted when we went out. Went right over my head. Maybe we don't see the punches that aren't aimed at us. I know she'd agree. That's fucked up, man. You got a lot of shit because of that? Or she got a lot of shit because of that? I've actually seen that. Where there was it was a couple. Guy was black, woman was white. It was funny. It was actually like there was a truck full of black dudes, and they like threw something at them. It didn't hit him, but they threw something at them, and they basically called him like a fucking traitor because he was with a white one. It was like, what the fuck? You know? So it's out there, man. You know? Might need a cameo from Rich for Christmas. He might hit my bubbles with his life down my shoulders or relax from the salt in his basement. I will just hit buttons.
breasts,
The delicious salt.
Wait, that's not it.
Try to relax your anus.
No, Daddy, no. What am I a little too high for?
want to back him up on this and talk about it as well, because it's just a confusing time to kind of be on the platform where I don't know, it's just kind of exhausting.
This is always a complex, exhausting issue. I didn't really think we were going deep into this, but I just kind of like shoved Pandora's box up my ass and said, here we go. So here I am.
To have to overthink your content this much when it was just so much more fun before. But again, open to discussion. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to either. I'm speaking from my own experience in these regards, so I'm very curious to see what everybody else thinks. Other YouTubers, other creators, other like people in the comments, anything at all.
How much for you to start a service where you come to our house and rub oil on our nipples? That would never really happen. But how funny of a skit video would that be? Like I had intro guy just like he's the nipple oil salesman, and he just comes over and I'm like, hey man, yeah, I just go to town. Oh, that'd be a great video, but I would probably get kicked off of YouTube for doing something like that. That's kind of ties into what we're both talking about, and Corey.
But I do think that this is a discussion worth having when it comes to YouTube about the inconsistencies with their systems and how many different variations and variables there are in it for uploading content, because it's starting to get really confusing and really annoying to do when I upload a video that's like my Stray video. I wanted to get that up on time when the game came out, had to wait till the next day because YouTube's systems were checking to see if it was okay. Took 9 hours to check it when sometimes it takes 20 minutes. And I have no idea why. And they couldn't tell me why either. Just their solution was like, maybe try re-uploading the video.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
But you can't re-upload the same video and have that one still checked, because you'll upload it and then YouTube will be like, this is the same video, so we're not uploading it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, that's...
Could you imagine Phil? And you know how like he overacts and he's so stiff and corny? Imagine like da 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 da, like, you know, he would so overact it. Oh my god, I would love to have him do a parody of James Bond. Oh, I need like Ego Raptor, get on that now, or so one of the cartoon YouTube channels to make Philip Burnell James Bond right now. Someone mentioned in chat, Markiplier responded to this as well. Try not to get age restricted challenges video title. What happened? Check Twitter messages. What the hell is going on in the goddamn Twitter messages?
That's going to do it for this video. Curious to see what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Now, I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that?
Yeah, I look at all human beings of every race equally. We all shit the same way, man. You know what I mean?
That someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly,
Well, I don't know. Maybe you have a kink fetish. You want someone to shit on your chest, but you get my point.
I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video?
The bottom line is we have no fucking clue. All I can say, it could very well be racism. I don't know.
Would you say?
Yeah, I do not want to see pro Jared. I don't want to see pro Jared. I want to see that video from Critical. Where he talks about, I am stoned right now. Where he talks about Philip Rennell fapping. This YouTuber's apartment is disgusting. Oh, God. I'll take this one, too. Hey, wait, no, I want to see the one from 2005. Yeah, it could be racism. It could be incompetence. It could be, it could be all the above. You know, and I hate that, like, again, airing dirty laundry, when you're airing dirty laundry, where is the room from 2005? Most disgusting rooms on Twitch. We'll just watch this one.
XQC's room is a mess. It's on LSF. Didn't he just move? It looks like one of those gaming hubs on 4chan back in the day where they used to compete to outgross each other.
XQC. I'm into chill streams and beastly nips. What do you mean up? What do you mean up? Go back. My response. Here we go. Here we go.
This Twitch streamer hasn't cleaned his room since 2005. Oh my god. Yeah, this one's like a
holy shit. I've seen this, I think, before.
Hours of content.
Oh my god.
When
You're
you
not gonna
have
be
the
able to do
green
this in
screen
one
on, I could
night.
hear heaps of trash when you walked out.
I want to look up the original video. Yo, let's look up the original video. Abby. 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 This Twitch streamer. Abby. This Twitch streamer. Where is he? What is it, taken down? Really? Yeah,
roast
I'll
each
watch
other,
this.
so they'd be like cum tributes and a lot of like cigarette ashes, old meals, spills, urine and
flashback.
poop stains and shit. Battle stations, that's what it's called. 4chan battle stations.
4chan.
Let's take a peek. This is a cool little piece he's got back here.
Take a peek at my ass. What the fuck?
It's a beaut. What I love streaming
Is that
from a
all-
dumpster.
Is that all fast food?
Fuck, man. Bro.
Wow. He makes it sound like it's not him that did it. It's like, wow, a burglar came in and left all of his McDonald's bags on the floor. Unbelievable.
How is that man so slender?
Bro, I can't believe this. Does he like black out when he's eating McDonald's and forget that he throws it on the floor, so he's always surprised that it's there in the morning? Like, how does that happen? Like, he seems as surprised as I am. Like, he just disassociates the second he has a Filet-O-Fish. Eyes roll in the back of his head. Just starts littering.
What the fuck?
So it's not his whole room, it's just one spot.
It's so
Like,
weird.
It actually seems like the room itself is somewhat kempt. Like, there's even a giant projector here. And there's this, like, Allspark or Tesseract. I don't really know what this apparatus is, but that's pretty cool.
Yo, he must take some monstrous shits.
It's just his area. Like, he came in here like this tornado of filth and just vandalized one spot in particular.
Happening?
What's the point in cleaning? It's just gonna get dirty again. You know, as the Power Rangers say. That wasn't as bad as I would have expected, to be honest. Like, it doesn't seem like there's many
No, that's pretty fucking terrible.
spills.
That's pretty fucking terrible.
Just like a little Coke here. Here, let me go back in. Yeah, so just like a little Coke stain there.
No, that's pretty fucking bad, I would
Is
say.
there any other, like, big sticky areas? No. So it looks like he just has, like, a drink corner and then an everything else heap. Is this all from the same place? I don't think
No, it's like he has, like, Popeyes
so.
there
This is
and
McDonald's
shit.
up here, and this is... Scores? I don't know that spot. Asmon vibes? Does Asmon have a disgusting room as well? This is so yucky. Like, that's inviting so many bugs and shit. Like, I already freak out because of little fruit flies. This is just inviting
Out of control. That's like roaches, dude. Ants.
the unknown. Like, opening a portal to hell. Doesn't he have a bin? Well, I'm sure there's a garbage can. Oh, in fact, I think it's right here.
Yeah, he just said, fuck it, it was full, I'm not getting a new bag.
It's just... It's working overtime. It's at capacity. It's doing all it can just to stay alive. It's fighting for its fucking life. He's only been there for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people see trash. I see a story. I can basically carbon date... No, carbon date's the wrong word. I can, like, track his calories through his trash here. Like, I can see what he, you know, how his digestion's probably going.
Yeah, his turds are probably massive.
Tells a
Does he talk really fast? I never really watched any of his
tale, you know. It's got personality.
shit. That's not that bad. That is fucking disgusting, man. Yeah, dude, looking at that, my breasts have grown a size.
All right, let me see Asmon's room.
Google fish.
But like I said, I expected that to be worse than with
Cucumbers, cucumbers, cucumbers,
But maybe it will be in a
cucumbers,
month. We can do a
cucumbers, 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 cucumbers.
Asmongold's lair. Wow, this looks awful. Oh my god, this looks bad. This actually looks so much worse. I feel like I'm looking into like a gas station's dumpster.
Oh,
Like, this
no,
just looks
he
like a
got,
dirty
like,
diaper up
mold
there.
and shit.
Exaggerate things, make things
Oh, no.
more than what they are.
Alright, so immediately this is more chaotic. Like this, at least XQC was...
I want to see his original video. And then I'm going to Asmongold's lair. Asmongold's lair. All right, here we go. Yo, are we going to see some, like, Chris Chan shit?
Hello, everyone. Heard a lot
The fuck is this, Resident Evil?
of people saying that I exaggerate things.
Oh, boy.
Make things more than what they are, and that's true. But not in terms of my room. A lot of people think that it's actually not as bad as it is.
Bro. What the fuck is this? Resident Evil? Oh, boy.
Bro. You know, make things more than what they are. And that's true. But not in terms of my room. A lot of people think that it's actually not as bad as it is. Bro. You know, make things more than what they are. And that's true. But not in terms of my room. A lot of people think that it's actually not as bad as it is.
Bro. Stop it now. No, DSPs is nowhere near as bad as this. Stop it. That's just dust. Want more bacon and cucumbers? Of course I do.
Cucumbers, 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 cucumbers.
Breasts.
And I'm probably gonna clean it today, but I don't want to lose the memory.
No, I would clean that like right now. I know this is from 2010. What are you talking about, ass man gold?
And so, got 3 drinks here. This is McDonald's, Long John Silver's. The fuck is that? Whataburger.
Like, how do you bring a woman back to that?
Taco Bell, shoes.
Like, imagine you're trying to get some hole, and they go into there. They're running the fuck out. It's like, God.
That thing I found in the street.
Unless she's the same. You found it in the street, so you brought it inside?
That's my bed.
I could see that. With no sheets, there is definitely massive amounts of cum on that mattress.
These, yeah. I don't even remember when I had that.
I don't even remember when I had that. Oh boy. Ho! Whoa! Okay. Oh, I could smell the mold from must from here.
Here's my desk. There we go. My character, fucking awesome. This is Drake.
He's worried about his character. Lisa's character is on fleek as he has rotting food around him.
And I've got up here, we have some Whataburger numbers, some fucking Mountain Dew, more McDonald's drinks. I probably
don't fuck the Mountain Dew.
Have 30 McDonald's drinks here. And
dude, we're only a minute into this.
And see, first it started on my desk, right? And then put a couple of them behind my...
Oh, come on, it spills on that monitor, dude. You're gonna bust the monitor, that's a fire hazard. No.
My monitor.
Yeah, it was 2010, that's why the video looks like this.
Ran out of room. Started putting them down here. And this is the one from today. That was good. And then...
Okay there, champ. Oh, that was good.
I have some from over here. This is actually where I've been putting them recently. That I don't even know why I put that. I've got some on top of my computer.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No, foil grim, god damn it. No.
There. And let's see what we actually have in here. Fuck. Got magic cards too. And these red cups. Let's see.
Yeah, this is nuts, dude. Like, I'll make it like a small, but I drink a lot of seltzer, so that could happen in like 24 to 48 hours. I make it seltzer cans aside of my bed, but I get rid of them, dude. I would lose my fucking mind in something like this. Yes, her addiction. You can get a cluck. Please look up why I'm suing YouTube Business Central. Trust me when I say it's the most comprehensive video on the business model disturbing. Someone mentioned it before.
It's like pink lemonade. That let's get a better look at that.
Oh my god.
That's molded over Coke.
You know how long it takes for Coke to get moldy? Fapping Philip Burnell, how are you?
That's more molded over Coke.
I can't even look at this shit, dude.
This one's one of my favorites here. I don't even know how long this has been.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Here. That's just disgusting. And then we have... that one's only starting to mold.
Oh, well, at least it's only starting. Thank God.
So, I've got a little bit longer on that one before I really, you know, kind of feel bad about leaving it in here.
He has A1 steak sauce. Why is the A1 steak sauce? Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ.
This part's...
You still got a minute to go, too. I'm going to fucking vomit. Forbidden Coke. Dude, you drank that shit, you would get some superpowers. Or you'd go to the hospital.
Cucumbers, 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 cucumbers.
It's actually clean up here. Actually, I don't know if I have to clean it anymore.
It's where COVID
Because I still have, you know, like probably put like 5 or 6 of them there. My character. Asmongold. There's
Asmongold. Sid Hero in, how are you?
Chiefs. I had Chiefs. There was one time. No, another time right there. Chiefs.
But dude, this isn't... You don't even have to be Mary Poppins. I know what it's like to be a single dude. Like, just take what you ate or drank and throw it the fuck out. So you don't garner a collection. This is like depression or something, obviously. Like, this is crazy. Imagine the stains when you pee in your basement. Well, he peed in the drain. He's a gentleman.
There's Pete in my basement. There's Pete in my basement. There's Pete in my basement.
He sounds so defeated when he says that. This is your life now.
This is your life now.
Actually, you know, the desk isn't even really that bad. I thought it was worse.
Your desk wasn't even really that bad, so he's had it worse. Yeah, it's probably depression or something, man. That's what happens. But not even when but everyone's different. Everyone with depression is handled different by every human being. When I'm depressed, I couldn't fuck with this. Yeah, this is how hoarders start, yeah.
Fuck! Movies. Yeah. Get a good look at it. There we go.
What a sight to behold.
That is the fucking battle station right there.
The battle station. I love like the 1990s, 80s telephone. See that shit?
I steal those numbers, right? Then I order my food and they give me a number, then I switch numbers and I complain that they didn't give me my food. So I'm fucking awesome like that.
Oh, that's a... Did he just admit to that? Oh, this is a treasure of a video.
That's the end of the movie.
Oh dear God. All right. I know I'm cutting off the internet kind of early. I'm cutting it down. Rest in peace, Mr. Chandler. I'll be back tomorrow with content, I hope, if YouTube decides to distribute it. I'll just have to re-upload it 16 times to get it to finally work. And the video, like I said, on the fucking game, I can't remember it right now, Saints Row, will be Monday. It will be Monday. I'm going to shut the fuck up and stop talking. Thank you for the support, especially with a controversial topic like this. I am going to go piss and stop rambling.